What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Stock Holiday, right back at you again with the latest and the greatest in these cryptocurrency markets. Do me a quick favor, press that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's talk about it. Bitcoin is pumping, doing its thing. Cryptocurrency is pumping, doing its thing. We are in a great space right now, like we've been talking about over the past couple of weeks. Things are really starting to line up. A lot of the things that we have been talking about this entire year is start to transpire. Things are starting to happen and line up like we have talked about and like we had hoped. So things are really gearing up. The excitement level is kicking in. A lot of folks were saying that we were in a bear market. I want you guys to pay attention to the market sentiments. Pay attention to how emotional this roller coaster is. Just a month or so ago, folks were saying altcoins were over. The cryptocurrency cycle was dead. Now, those same folks, they'll probably come to the comments saying they're a bull. This is a bull market. They're buying altcoins. First, they were saying altcoin season was dead, so there's a lot of flip-flopping. That's why it's very important to pay attention to who you're listening to and who you are allowing to speak into your ears. So, what we've been doing this entire time, we've been trusting the process, keeping it simple. Keeping it simple, not trying to overthink the process, not trying to make it into more than what it is, not trying to be the smartest in the room, but just sticking to the fundamentals. Trusting the process like we have been talking about for the past few years. Bitcoin right now, $111,000, $112,000. New all-time highs were tested, new all-time highs were broke. Ethereum started to break out of its shell, started to pump $2,800, excellent levels. Finally saw the Bitcoin dominance take a little bit of a dip, get down to 63% range. It's been a minute since we saw that 63%. Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index is at 58. Pay very close attention to the Fear and Greed Index, because once things really start to kick into super gear, that Fear and Greed Index is going to go up very fast. You see how fast it just went from 50 to 58. What Drake said, from 0 to 100 real quick, that's how the Fear and Greed Index can run. So pay very close attention to the Fear and Greed Index. The Ethereum dominance, what we've been talking about that we're waiting to see. We want to see the Ethereum dominance at 10%. We're very, very close to seeing the Ethereum dominance at 10%. Ethereum is the key to the altcoin season. We need Ethereum to break out of its shell. We need Ethereum to really start to moon, continue to pump on a daily basis. We want to see it get back to that $4,000 level. Well, damn, coach, how can we get to $4,000? We're only at $2,700, $2,800. Understand that Ethereum explodes faster than Bitcoin. We know any particular day, Bitcoin can be up $4, $5, $10,000. Any particular day, old man Ether can be up 5%, 10%, 20% in one day. Just a few months ago, we were talking about old man Ether being laid up, being on life support. We were going visiting old man Ether in the rehab, making sure he was getting his medication, making sure he was getting physical therapy, checking his blood pressure, all that kind of stuff. One day, old man Ether woke up and said, "You know what? I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the letters that you guys have been sending, but I am back." Boom. Old man Ether woke up with all power in his hands one day, and he have not looked back since. So shouts out to Ethereum, because without Ethereum, there would be no altcoin season, and that is what we're holding on to. Holding on and waiting for altcoins to really start to go on an explosive run. Not just a one-day run, not a two-day run, but a altcoin season run. If you guys were in the market last cycle, 2021, you know exactly what it is that I'm talking about. Every day that you wake up, you'll see your portfolio being up thousands and thousands of dollars every day. And you'll wake up the next day, you'll say, "Nah, I know it's not going to happen again." And the next doggone day, boom, boom, boom. You're talking about thousands, thousands, thousands of dollars. Life-changing money is what altcoin season have the opportunity to present to you. What are we seeing right now? We're just seeing the next phase start to play out. We're seeing phase 2 really start to establish. Ethereum is up over 100% since the April lows. Bitcoin is up 50% since the April lows. Bitcoin is outperforming Bitcoin double, 2x, times 2. It is running laps around Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still the big dog. We're never going to talk down or disrespect Bitcoin. Bitcoin is necessary. Ethereum is necessary. These two are like Batman and Robin. We need Batman sometime, and sometimes we need Robin. Sometimes Robin can help out Batman and vice versa. But Ethereum is the key. And what is going on right now, phase 2 is transpiring right now before our eyes. If you don't know what phase 2 is, if you're over there in the Patreon, I have it listed. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. Very important to get familiar with what the various phases are and what we expect to happen and what typically happens in the various phases. So we're in phase 2 right now. We're seeing Ethereum run laps around Bitcoin. Understand, how did we get here? How did we get to new all-time highs with Bitcoin? We got here by being patient. A lot of folks didn't make it. Some folks tapped out when Bitcoin got down to $75,000 in April. Some folks tapped out when Bitcoin got to $80,000. They did not make it. We made it right here to $111,000, $112,000 by being patient. How are we going to make it to Bitcoin hit $120,000? By being patient. How are we going to make it to $135,000 Bitcoin? It is very important for us to continue to be patient. Very important for us to trust and understand this is not going to happen overnight. I know some days we wake up, or especially the past few weeks, we'll wake up, we were expecting the market to pump, or at least looking forward, and nope, another dud, another flat day. Sometimes that can get discouraging. That can get mentally tiring, physically tiring, and financially tiring. Coach, you want me to continue dollar cost averaging? No, I'm cool. I get it. But some folks was trusting the process. I'm seeing a dip right now, Coach. I'm not scared. I'm getting ready to buy it. I'm buying it low. I'm dollar cost averaging in. Now, the folks who are dollar cost averaging over the past couple of months, their portfolios are reflecting it. I know I look at my portfolio, especially some of the coins I was buying low. I'm like, okay, Bitcoin Cash, my Ethereum, when I was buying $1,400, $1,500, I look at that now, I'm like, okay. It is very rewarding. It feels very good when you see your hard work pay off. Because during the time where the market is red, when the market is dipping, it is not easy for you to buy when things are getting squeezed out, when there's a lot of fear in the market. Folks are saying we're going to continue to dip. You're like, damn, should I buy $1,400 or should I wait? I hear somebody saying it might go to $900. Should I wait till it get to $900? That's why there's a such thing as dollar cost averaging. I told my nephew when Bitcoin was dipping, hey, everybody got nervous, was panicking. I said, you know what? Hey, I'm going to look Bitcoin straight in his eye, and if Bitcoin want to act crazy, I'm going to act crazy with him. All right, Bitcoin, go ahead and go to $74,000. I'm going to go there with you. If you go to $71,000, I'm going there with you. You cannot out-dip me. So whatever Bitcoin was getting to, boom, I was dollar cost averaging in. You are not going to scare me out. You are not going to out-dip me. And what did we do? We saw the recovery. What are we doing right now? We are continuing to see the recovery. That was just one of the black swan events that typically happens every cryptocurrency cycle. Last cycle we saw it with COVID-19. The markets dipped down March 2020. What did folks do? They panicked. They freaked out. Well, if you really don't have any fundamentals financially, if this is your first time, I get it. I would run too. When the markets dipped in 2020, I was selling too. I was scared, panicking, didn't want to lose everything. I was listening to the news. They say stuff was going to go to zero. Stuff was going to continue to decline. I didn't want to lose all mine. The folks who were running to the fire, who was dollar cost averaging in during the times when there was fear, always come out to be victorious. Buy when there's fear. Buy when there's red. Those are buying opportunities. You have to be courageous enough to do it. And then when the market starts to pull out, starts to recover, that is where cryptocurrency millionaires are made. That is where stock market millionaires are made. Folks are buying these dips. Folks are being courageous when there's fear in the market. So I know some folks were selling their 401k. You know, a buddy of mine, he's like, "Oh, Ed, I'm getting ready to sell my 401k." I said, "What?" I mean, I couldn't tell him not to because I had been telling him stuff all along the time and he wasn't listening. So I'm like, do what you want to do as a CEO. What you gonna do, man? I'm buying. I started to buy more into the market as it was dipping. He like, "What, man? You see what's going on with Trump?" And I'm like, "Man, I'm not worried about these politics as far as that. I'm watching the dollar. I'm paying attention to how the dollar is moving, paying attention to these opportunities, and seeing what the millionaires and billionaires are doing. I'm not worried about what the folks on the low end are doing, the folks that are scared, the folks that are working 60 hours a week. I can't worry about what the scary folks are doing. I want to be courageous. I'm trying to get to where these millionaires and billionaires are financially. So I need to follow their footsteps and do what it is that they're doing. What were they doing? Buying up the Bitcoin ETFs, buying up the Ethereum ETFs, buying up Apple, Nvidia, and all that stuff. Now you see these plays have recovered well. The money that people put in when the dips, April, all that stuff, they are looking like geniuses. So very important to understand the market dynamics. We're in all-time high ranges right now. This cycle, Bitcoin is well adopted. A lot of the large institutions are knee deep into Bitcoin. The government every day is talking about Bitcoin. In a couple of weeks, next week we're going to have Crypto Week. Man, you got to be kidding me. We even got a crypto czar. Understand the magnitude of what is at hand. Blockcoin, digital currency, tokenized asset is a real thing. Paying attention and trying to be in the forefront of innovation is very important. You don't want to wait till things are fully developed. You want to get in before things get developed completely. You want to be able to ride the train up also. You don't want to wait till it get all the way established, till it get all the way to the top and then be forced to get in. Nah, I need to buy low so when it get established at the top, I'll be cool, I'll be well rewarded, and then people will be coming to me, asking me about how did I get in? When did I get in? How much money did you make? Being a step ahead have always been the right thing to do. So what are we going to do? We're going to continue to trust the process. We're going to continue to be patient, and if we do see a dip, we're just going to dollar cost average in. Because we know this thing is not going to go up in a straight line. There will be corrections and pullbacks along the way, like we've seen all of the years so far, 2025. We didn't just magically get to $111,000. We didn't just magically get to $112,000. There was pullbacks. There was fear. There was uncertainty and doubt along the way. There's going to continue to be pullbacks, corrections, and doubts along the way as we get to $120,000, $125,000, $130,000 and above. So understanding what is before us, understanding what to expect, so when it do arrive, you won't panic, you won't freak out. You'll be able to relax. And not only be able to relax, you'll know what play to run. You'll know how to move around in that particular space, whatever the market is doing. So appreciate you guys for continuing to support the Stock Holiday channel. If you're looking for a great cryptocurrency community, come on over there. Join us in the Patreon. We would love to see you over there. We have a great cryptocurrency community of folks who love to talk about crypto all day, every day. But like I say, I just continue to come to you guys every day just to continue to give you that good encouragement. Coming to you guys every day to give you that good motivation. And that's all I got for you on this one. It's your boy, Stock Holiday, and I'm out.